Hello again, everybody. This week I've got another pretty interesting thing to review for you guys. So this is the Flint Leather Company Avis Pocket Journal. Um, so I got it a couple weeks ago. This week was my birthday. My wife gave it to me early for my birthday. So thanks to my wife for giving me something awesome for my birthday. So let's get into a little bit about this journal. So I'll be honest, I'm actually a week behind in getting this out. I was planning on getting it out last Wednesday, but given it was my birthday week and all of that stuff, had a couple things going on, needed a break from doing 2 blog posts a week. Found that I actually do enjoy doing 2 a week when I only did 1. Originally, I tried doing that to get rid of my backlog because I started this when I had quite a few items that I was going to review. And I just kept buying more and more and more, so it actually hasn't helped me cut down on my backlog, but it is giving me something to do like twice a week that I enjoy doing. So I came across the Flint Leather Company, which their logo is right there, and on Instagram, and I looked them up. I like leather stuff. I like pocket journals, stuff like that. And I looked them up, and I realized they had a branch in Vail, Colorado, and another one in, I think it was Birmingham, Alabama. And as I've said before on some of my other posts, especially the Pens by Patrick post, which is this guy right here, awesome pen. Check him out on Facebook. Check him out on my other posts as well. He makes these. So back to the Avis Pocket Journal. I realized they were from, or at least had a branch in Colorado. And given that I like supporting local companies, I've lived in Colorado my whole life. I just shot a message and was like, hey, I want to review some of your stuff in the future. So I'll be sure to tag you guys in it. And I just like that you guys hand make leather stuff and all that fun jazz. And so I got it about a month and a half later. And, so here's what I like about it. So right out of the box, I noticed that it was a very supple leather. I guess that's the best word for it. You can see it's pretty bendy, pretty soft, not like some of those stiff, cheap leather wallets that you see even at some nicer leather stores. I guess it's just the style of leather. I don't know much about leather making or leather work, but pretty soft. So I prefer that. I know some other people don't like the firm, harder leather. I think it's better for wallets and stuff like that. So when you're taking notes in it, you're probably going to need a hard surface to put it on. So if you're good at it, you can use your hand, or I usually use my knee to write on, just to make it a little bit easier. I haven't had any problems with that, but it is something that might be a little annoying for some people. Another thing I noticed right out of the box, so since I like pens, I immediately went for the pen that they sent with it. And I realized that the pen loop, I don't know how well you can see it, but it's actually pretty thick. So I had a really hard time even getting the pen that comes with it back in there. I can't even get it in on this video, but it's a little awkward with how I've got my camera set up. But it's sturdy. I just feel like taking a pen in and out of it a lot. You're gonna see right there, you're scratching up the leather a little bit. I don't know if you can see it on the video. You can kind of see like train tracks on it. But it's just thick. It's annoying. I couldn't get my Fisher Space Pen or my Parker Jotter in it, which would be great pens for this. Let me pull those over. Because it'd be, especially the Parker Jotter, it's a perfect size for it. And the Fisher Space Pen's about the same size. But the clip on these both are just sturdy. The Jotter's a little sharp, as you might have seen in my video review for it. And might know from personal experience, just about everyone in the pen world has a Parker Jotter. But, yeah, so that's kind of annoying. I can't really carry a pen with it, which, as a pen guy, I always have a pen with me, so it's not really a problem. It'd just be nice to be able to put one in here so I don't have to dig around in my pocket or backpack or whatever else to get a pen, and it could just be a little more self-contained. But that's my only real critique of this journal. So one cool thing that you can do, you can actually get these with a different design on the front. So I guess they just stamp it with a logo or something like that. Like I said, I'm not very familiar with leather work, even though I really like leather. So this one is the Adventure Awaits logo, which is a road heading towards the mountains. I wanted this one because like I said, I live in Colorado. I go to the mountains. I try to go often. I can't say I go very often. But it's, this summer I'm really trying to get to the mountains more. It's got the moon right there, and just nice, simple, good-looking design. You can get it blank if you just like the blank style. I don't know if you can get any customized ones at this time, but Some of the other ones have like a ocean scene, some palm trees, so a couple lights for like a thinker, like you had an idea or something like that, and just the sun over the mountains. It's like a sunset, sunrise. I guess it would be depends on where you're from for if it's a sunset or a sunrise if it's over the mountains. Colorado, we only get sunsets over the mountains. Just a quick note about the pen that it came with. Feels kind of cheap. Customized pen for Flint Leather Co. Has a cross refill in it. Not a huge fan of cross refills, especially the ballpoint ones. But they're easy to come by, pretty easy to refill. Just screw them out. It's a twist action one, but this review isn't about the pen. So when you open it up, you can see it has 2 credit card size slots on here. One thing they advertise is that you please don't overstuff it. While it is leather and it is fairly durable, if you're going to stretch it out with a bunch of cards in it, probably not going to look good for very long. So I would only fit 2, maybe 3 cards in each one of these. I actually only use it for my business cards. I took them out because it's got my office phone number on it right where it would stick out, and I don't want to put my office phone number out on public media. I would prefer not to do that. And then when you go over to the other side, this does open up on the inside, so you could fit maybe some money in there, extra cards, some notes from if you tear them out of your journal, like a monster. I don't tear them out of my journal. I keep them in there, just cross it out or move on to the next page. But one thing I was actually disappointed about, this isn't an original Field Notes notebook. I was actually really hoping that it would be, because I fell prey to their everyone seems to be copywriting or making a Field Notes version. I got a field book, and being unfamiliar at the time with the different types of Field Notes, I thought that people would abide by copyright and all that fun jazz, and I guess they don't. So this is a rip-off Field Notes notebook. I actually found out the hard way when I posted it on social media and tagged Field Notes in it, and they said, "What the heck is that rip-off Field Notes? Bah, where'd you get it? The Flint leather set uses the real deal." Well, maybe they fell prey to something that I fell prey to and bought some off-brand stuff and started sending it out, and I happened to tag them in it. So I was kind of bummed about that, but I'll buy some Field Notes eventually. Alrighty, so like I said, this is perfect size for just like a pocket notebook size. You can also use it. They mentioned you can use it for a passport. I think this would be an awesome passport cover. Looks good. Has an adventure logo on it if that's your style, and I like it a lot. So you can put a Nomad notebook in there. I think Right in the Rain would fit in here. Leuchtturm ones, just moleskin, like their I forget what they call their pocket journals. I think it's I can't think of it right now. So lastly, this is about 5.9 inches tall, which is about 150 millimeters, 4.1 inches wide, 105 millimeters, and 0.2 inches thick, which if I type that right, 0.5 or 5 millimeters. I think that's wrong. I'll have to go back and double check and see if my type for my blog post is right. So overall, I have to say I've really enjoyed this pocket journal. I don't really carry it in my pocket just because I have a lot of stuff in my pocket. I also want it to last a long time, so I'm trying to take good care of it. Leather products are one of those things where if you take care of them, they'll last you a really long time. But if you beat the crap out of them, it's a fabric. It's going to stretch. It's going to get worn easily. It's going to get scratched, which can give it some character, but it's just, it's not one that's going to survive, a bunch of abuse. So it is a little bit pricey, coming in at $45 for a pocket notebook. However, you get handmade quality leather. I also like that they had a branch in Colorado, so I was willing to support it. Like I said, I got it for a gift, but I would have bought it had I could not gotten one for my birthday. Just feels soft, feels awesome. They did a really good job on this construction. Fits the notebook snugly. My only complaint is the pen loop, honestly. I wish that they made it a little bit thinner or even used like a fabric elastic pen loop just to make it a little bit easier to fit in there, fit some pens in there, because I don't even know if you could really fit a G2 in there for how thick it is. Probably could. It'd be a little bit easier to get a Pilot G2 in there, but it's not something that you can use like a fountain pen in. It's a little too thin for that. It's not even going to fit it might fit a Tornado. Let's find out. 1951 Tornado. It would, but it's not going to fit the clip, and the clip's actually going to extend it. I don't think it would fit very well if I closed it either. So keep that in mind. It does fit the pen that they come with it fine. However, the pen loop is too big for the clip. That's a different problem. So overall, I think they did a great job on it. Check them out on Instagram or their, I think they have a Facebook page too. I don't think they have anything else. I'd have to go back and double check. Another bum thing I was about was just didn't use a real Field Notes brand. Like I said, I'm terrible at identifying fake ones, so thought it was real, found out the hard way by posting it on social media that it wasn't. So great job on this one, guys, and thanks for watching my channel. As always, please like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing. Thanks again, guys.